it's time to revisit a little bit of something different. We're going to head back into a little bit of NASCAR Manager and see if we can take on a qualifying event and an event and see how we do. We are completely out of the loop. Just going to show you where we are. Well, I mean, we're only in Series 6. It's pretty low down. We've only just got to Series 6. The aim is to try and pick a little bit of this up, whilst F1 Clash is definitely frustrating me and not hitting them fun levels as much. So what are we going to... This is where we're at. We've got this Turner guy, we've got this Thomas guy, we've got the double T, the TT on the go for our race. And the car is looking a little bit like this, a bit of aero heavy. And we're going to see how many points we can score. Now, we are only in Junior 3. I'm surprised we're in Junior 3. So we can only enter Junior this week. There's no restrictions on the parts that we can use. So we're going to just hope for the absolute best here and see what we can score. It's all going to be new. It's a long time since I've raced an event in this format, at the RCR event. And it looks like we're going to need to score 300 points. Probably won't do that based on the experience that I've got, but we're going to give it a go. Race 1 at the Kansas Speedway. We've got, what, 11 laps? I mean, let's find out. So our return sees our first matchup. 571 is what we're against, and we are at the Kansas Speedway for this one. So let's find out how we are about to get on. This could be very, very interesting indeed as we head back to a bit of NASCAR. We qualify P5 and P10. That's not too bad at all. We are going to use some boosts because, you know, boosts we know are absolutely a nightmare if we don't. Let's use some Spectra for fuel and let's get on it. Can I use the same race screen here? Please? Please? Please say I can. Please say this will work. Come on then. Oh, yeah, that's okay. That will do for now. So, here we go then. We are away in the Junior GP event. If you even call it a Grand Prix event. We'll call it the NASCAR event. And we are at Kansas. So, here is the map. This oval, this egg. And we're going to be doing 3 laps to begin with on this first stint. So, 3 laps. And we're just going to keep cruising at the moment. So next time we go past the pit exit, or pit entry, as there it is, we are going to now head on for some fuel. So refuel time. Let's get that done. We've got Turner into the P2. Thomas down in P17. He's going to need a little bit of a miracle, I feel. So let's push into pit. So it's all about the undercut still in F1. Man, in NASCAR, I always get it mixed up. And what I have done is absolutely balls this up already because we've missed a pit stop. We've missed the this is why we didn't want to pit. Oh no, it's taking so hard to get used to. So Thomas is going to be on the absolute back footing. See why the undercut is so powerful, because we would have been into P5. Now, we've got 11 laps to do. We're kind of going to have to make this up. We shouldn't have to pit for tyres anymore. It should just be pitting for fuel. We've got to go up to 11 laps though. So Turner in the lead at the moment. And he is going to be pitting next time around. Thomas is in 13th. Turner coming through now. It's going to be fuel and tyres. This is, I mean, if only we had the right strategy on Thomas here, would it be looking a lot better. We're into P13. Just dropping back on the high line. You can see the cars ahead. We're not that far behind, actually. We should only be able to need to go for fuel here. And we're already into P11. Come on. Bit of fuel. Please. Can we get something good? Can we get... We've only got 3 laps to do. We're on the inside. Oh, here we go. On the inside we are. And into the pits. We're gonna leave the tyres a little bit rough out there. Turner is flying. Thomas is coming back out. He's going to jump a lot of these cars. And he is out. And he should be pretty good now. And we're in P6 and P number 7. Can we rescue a big points? We'll try and not call it the wrong game. We've got excess fuel, but we haven't got the excess tyre. So Thomas P6, we're going to hit P1, P2. We've got 1 lap to go after this one. So 1.5 laps to go. Thomas on 20% tyre when we come across the line. And that is now. We can absolutely push with Turner. He's got this in the bank. Our little mess up of strategy is going to work out okay by the look of it. The pack is closing quite quickly. We're going to put on the power and try and hold them at bay. Can we hold them at bay? It looks like we can. We've timed it to perfection. That was terrible. We managed to get the win, but it was absolutely terrible strategy. Within the first 3 laps, we absolutely messed up what we were going to follow. We do take 75 points. It is... I mean, that is the max points we can score. We did it. Somehow we got away with it. Let's show you what we are up against in this race, if we can. NASCAR Manager we are playing, by the way, just if anybody was confused halfway through that. Yeah, an 8... Well, what would we do? A 7-4 and a 4-7. I mean, that's not showing everything, I don't believe. But drivers, there you go. We went for the fuel management and the car as well. We're 1 out of 1 somehow. Off to race number 2. We are off to what is the Phoenix Raceway, Arizona, for this one. And we're going to be trying scoring again 75 points. Very small track, this one though. We're going to be doing donuts quicker than Krispy Kremes. This one. Let's see. Phoenix, 14 laps. We're looking at 4.55, starting P3 and P9. So I'm going to just use that fuel boost. I'm just going to use them all because, you know, I don't really know. I mean, they give fuel. I mean, fuel's great, surely. So a 4.55 is what we're going to be pushing at this one. It is a small track. We'll probably have to look at the track map as we get racing for this 14 laps. This is how quick or small, quick and small, it is. So we're going to see how this one pans out. Rival is pushing quite hard, but we've got them at bay at the moment. And on lap number 4, we're going to come in and push some fuel. So we're already on lap 2. We're going to sit. It's all about not pushing straight away. We don't want to lose too many spots, though, with drafting currently going on. So back to P2, and that is going to go into the lead. Drafted nicely. And now Thomas working his way round the outside currently. And now we're about to get into this stage. So we're about to undercut. And that is what we want to do. So now we will pit for fuel only. Fuel only for first pit. And we're both going to be coming in. So should be against everybody else. We're going to do a 4.55 on this one. Really quick pit stop. 1.4 seconds. Bit of fuel. Just a quick drink and go. And you can see the rivals are all the way around at the moment. The good thing is we're going to get clear air as there is the pace car. We're going to push briefly out there at the moment. And we're going to cut back down. So P18, P24, we will come through the field with this strategy. And you can see P18, P19, some cars have now pitted. We're going up to here, lap number 9. So on lap 9, we'll be back in the pits though for fuel and tyres. And you can see we're into first. And Thomas is into second. Big gap created by the undercut. That is what we need. So we've still got a couple of laps to do. Still got a couple of laps. We're on lap 8. So again, next time round, it'll be fuel and tyres. So we can probably do that now actually because we've already gone past that pit stop. And let's push in. So good work so far. That is what we like. The pit is weird because the pit entry is literally just after the pit exit, it feels. And we're already in. Lap number 9, fuel and tyres. Can we score? Big points again. It's going to be a slower stop this time. 4 seconds. And 4.1 seconds. So out we come. Be nice to get Turner ahead of that pack. Don't think he's going to be able to though. Servicing not too bad on this game now compared to what it used to be. And now it's pretty much racing to the end. We're going to cut back down briefly just to manage this one out. So again, just jumping past some cars already. We're just coming up to the inside as they now pit. So we are released with 3 laps to go. Coming round that final turn. We are trying to catch. There's a car's just coming out of the pits, but it looks like it was a back marker. And we're into P2. And this should be P1, P2 now. Still 2 laps to go. Right on the fuel at the moment as well. So, well, we're clear. We are absolutely pulled clear here. P3, P4 back are the rivals. And now we just have to make sure we bring this over the line. 1 lap to go. The final lap. White flag. And now we wait to see if the rival packs a punch. It doesn't look like they're going to, though. It is going to ignore that. We've got the fuel. We're absolutely fine. It is Turner and Thomas coming over to take P1 and P2. It's fast and furious at the Speedway. But we score 40. It's not even 47 points. It's not even F1 Clash. It's 75 or some points like that. Can't quite see it. But you get in. 75 points. Let's go. We're 150 out of 150. Let's go. What's wrong with that? Easy. Griffiths and Owen. So yeah, a bit more fuel on them drivers. And yeah, decent balanced setup. So our aero really packing the punch. 2 out of 2. So race number 3 in this qualifying round. 2 races to go, which includes this one. And we are off to Darlington Raceway for race number 3, South Carolina. And we're looking at doing at Darlington a 3-4-4. A bit of fuel, then a bit of fuel and tyres. That should see us through. Qualification, P6, P7. Good work. We're going to take the fuel again. Believe this is one of the best boosts on the game currently that we have. So we're going to absolutely use it as we go racing against Henk. Can we get some points? Here we go. It's race time. And we are racing. Let's go. Let's get some screenshots. We've got some boosts by the rival. We've got some boosts. Could be a real player. Could be a bot. We'll find out. P6 and P7. We are going to be doing 3 laps first of all. So you can see that lap. That circle is there. P5, P6. We're going to go in for fuel first of all. Now we're going to have loads of fuel because of this boost. So we're about to go past this pit exit. And we are going to make that early stop for refueling. And it is all about the undercut, like we've already said before. What we do, though, is if we don't push the tyres too much, what we can do is we can actually make the next stint work as well. So in the pits we come. Pit lane, pit road, as the Americans say. Quick pit stop, indeed. 1.3 and 1.4. And we're already coming out. Now look at the AI. They are coming into the pits now. We're already a lap behind, some of you may think. But not when you come back out and you are absolutely pushing. So we're going to push. Push, push. And we're going to get some briefly in. We're going to absolutely cut through. Like so, and then cut back down. So P6 and P5. This is looking okay for now. And we're actually going to move into P1 and P2. So on lap number 7, we will come in for fuel and tyres. And then that should bring us through. So let's have a look where we are. We can probably get a full lap out of pushing here. Now we will go in for a pit stop. Like so. And that should absolutely see us. It's going to be a longer pit stop because we're taking fuel and tyres. But we've pulled a good gap. And now we're going to be going on to a 4-lap stint. As we hit the marks. Come on, boys in pit road. Let's go. 4 seconds. It's lower. 3.97. 4.1. Again, got to kind of play cat and mouse here. Like a yo-yo. Because now we're back out. And we are out of sync. But we should be able to undercut them with the power of clean air. As you come round, we have got 3 laps to go. We're going to cut the fuel as we are. And we're into P5. And we're into P6. And look at that for an inside move. That car's got nothing on us. We say that, he's coming back at us. Up to P3, there's 2 in pit road. Up to P1, the undercut strategy working a treat. And up to P3 we go. P2, and this could be another 75-point race. Where are our rivals? They are long, long way back. This is looking another good race. Probably a bit too easy for us in a way. But we are stuck down in junior because of the weekly league. So Turner and Thomas are going to lap part of the field. And that is with fuel available as well. Turner crosses. It is P1 And Thomas is coming home in P2. And that is music to our ears as we get racing. Oh, it's nice to be back. It's good to be playing somewhat different. And we'll take that all day long. 75 points compared to the rivals 59. It's 3 out of 3 in NASCAR. That is what we wanted. Just show you what they're running as well, strategy-wise. Look, we were the only ones that did the undercut, really. Everybody else, pretty much lap 8 or a few into lap 9. Level 3s and the balance setup as well. Aero is our best friend at the moment. The final of our qualifying rounds at the RCR event. It is on to the legendary Daytona road course. Come on then, let's see what we've got. Let's see what we can score. Can we go perfect? That would be an interesting way to start this series back on if we do carry on with it. And qualifying should be good, we know that. We're going to be pretty fast-paced in this race as well. We're going to use our standard Spectra. We don't need to use it at every one, but I got to learn some boosts, sadly. And today's not the day. So we're going to go absolutely full speed ahead here. We're going to go flat out on a 2-2-2-1 and try and see if that's going to work us nicely. We start P4 and P8. We want to try and get through this pack. And obviously I know it's not always down to us, but we want to get through as quick as we can. Look at that. It's the road course as well. So a little bit more interesting than just them ovals sometimes as well. Can we get Thomas through? Yes, we can, into P1. Now he is, where is the pit exit, by the way? It's a long, long lap, and you can see how long it is. We're going through that inner section. So up to P1, and we're going to start burning our way. That extra fuel boost is going to help us as we do push our way past into P3. It is now. We race away. P3, P1, and that is what we need. We'll come around the final big turn before we start lap number 2. It's a big track, is this one. And now we can go fuel and tyres. Turner coming past it now as well, can go fuel and tyres. Got a long way to catch up P2 though. P2 got a really good start to this race, but we're now catching back up. And with the boost and the car, a little bit of fighting, but we're ahead. Got to keep this big 75 point scoring on its way. And we're still pushing. Look at the gap we've created with P1. And that is going to hold us very nicely. Got the intersection coming up briefly here. Nice little bit of chicane someone. But can we just go past that? Full throttle. No one's going to know. Look at the gap we've pulled. Is P3 still with us? How is P2 still absolutely flying along with us? Who is that? He's flying. But it's going to be fuel and tyres. Of course. Because that is taking a hammering. Have they gone on for another lap as well? They have. Who is that? Kyle Busch. Absolutely flying out there. That is a mad racing strategy. But we're in P1 and P3. We've come out ahead of the pack, which is good. Fuel is going to be no issue here. The question is, can we get Turner on the back of Kyle Busch? That's going to be the key. Where is he? There he is. He's round at the top of our screen at the moment. Oh, this is going to be interesting. There he is, look. And his fuel is about to run out. He's got a long way to go still. He's surely going to run out of fuel. We are closing. And again, we're just going to bring in Thomas. And now Turner needs a bit of a wiggle. And that is what we're going to be doing. Shouldn't be too bad though. Full push gives us that extra bit of speed. P3 is out, and he took what looks to be no tyres then for P3, just fuel, that's good for us because we know they've got a longer stop incoming. And it's nice to race this road course. Where are we? Well ahead now with Thomas. And Turner's just coming out of that intersection. So, pit stop time. Fuel and tyres again. And in the last lap, it's going to be a splash of fuel. And it should, hopefully, we should be well clear of P number 3 at that point. But Turner comes in now as well. Thomas is coming back out. Just got to leave it pushing. It's great. Fuel's no problem. Where is P3? Coming around that big final bend. And we're going to come out ahead anyway. So This looks like it's going to be a walk in the park for the final race. We are on lap 5 at the moment. A lot of the pack have absolutely disappeared. We have got some serious pace in this one. And they're all going to come into the pits as well. I wonder if we can catch any lapped cars on this big circuit. That would be interesting. But we're on lap 5. I could pit now if I wanted to, but I'll leave it out one more lap. And then it'll be a last lap dash. No pace car. And we're through out across the line. So we will pit Thomas for some fuel. Turner coming around that final turn as well. Past the pit entry and just fuel required for him. So servicing, that used to be a nightmare on this game. That is a lot better now. That hardly sees any movement at all for us anyway. And now we're going to absolutely blast through. We have got one more pit stop required here in NASCAR Manager, in this event, in qualifying of Junior. And it's looking pretty tasty so far. We are going to start catching the field on lap number 6. And look at that car go. There it is, number 92. In all its beauty. And it is going to come in now shortly to make a pit stop. Here we go. We are just catching up the back of the field, just leaving the pit. Splash and dash. And back out we go. Turner is in as well. Thomas, I think, is going to catch the field here. Or a group of them. Let's go on board with him as we focus up. There's the cars. And it's looking pretty good. I mean, it's looking better than good. Look at that. We've pulled so far clear. Very, very easy in the end. It looked like a bit of pain from Kyle Busch to begin with. But then we soon shook him off. And we're going to be lavishing this up as we come through that small intersection. And now we lap P24. We're not going to lap. We're only going to lap one car. But it's a significant turn of events. Because we're going to come over the line. We're going to take victory quite beautifully. Turner's going to come home in P2 with the rivals still got pretty much 3/4 of a lap to do. And we're already on the Sun Beach. Let's go. What a performance. We've done it. What a performance from Turner and Thomas. Absolutely beautiful. That is what we needed. And we've done that very, very nicely. Try and get a few little screenshots as well. Just for fun. But it is a great start. 75 points from this race. And that is music to our ears. NASCAR Manager returns with a little bit of fun. Something a little bit different. And we're going to come home with the big, big points. I can't see, annoyingly, the track map, which tells me but the rival has finished there. So 75 points in the bag. Again, against that rival. Bit of stop in there, but look at that. We were perfect. We were absolutely good to go. 2-2-3. Drivers, yeah, we had that big fuel drivers and that Thomas holding good qualifying as well. The car, 58, 81, 70. Balanced for the rival, but we took victory. And we took victory for lots of that 75 points. Into Junior. We are at the RCR event, qualifying round Q1, and we are scoring 300 points. We are P number 5. Not sure how the tiebreaker works. I don't know if it goes on who does it first. I generally do not know, but I'm sure it's in the FAQs and we will find that out. But I would hope that sees us through and we're not going to go out on 300 points. I would hope, but I think it's fair to say, well, yeah, we are through on that one. So that was fun. That was something a little bit different. The RCR event, NASCAR Manager returns. And we have put in a beautiful qualifying round on Junior. It's 300 points out of 300. And that is exactly what we ordered.